Hello there, fellow collectors. Welcome back to the channel. It is Evil Sneaker here with my second collection tour 2.0. So I'm very excited to share this with you guys. Obviously, if you've been watching my content, you know I got the cases. I got all the figures set up and displayed finally, and it took a lot of time, a lot of working hours, but I am very happy with how it turned out. My first collection tour was back, I think at the end of June is when I started on YouTube. I just want to give a shout out to all of you. I really appreciate all the support, and hanging out with all of you guys has been a lot of fun. I am so happy that I started on YouTube. So I also owe it to you guys to give you an update and show you what I've been working on as far as organizing my collection goes. So thank you all. We are closing in on 300 subs. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you would, while you're there, please like the video, hit that notification bell for future content that's going to be coming from me. There's going to be a lot of new stuff that I have in the works coming here shortly, and coming in the near future, now that I have my cases set up and all of my figures out. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I really hope you guys enjoy this collection tour 2.0. Okay, everyone, so starting out with the prequel case here. This was the first one that I actually put together when I had all my Moducases built. Very happy with how this one turned out. Just a lot of characters that I really like on this shelf here. As far as poses that I wanted to do, one that I had been looking forward to doing for a while since I bought him was this Darth Maul with the speeder. Finally getting him in this action pose of him jumping off the speeder was something I'd wanted to do for a long time, and it turned out great. I'm really happy with how that one looks. And of course, you know, we got all these other great characters: Dooku, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Qui-Gon. The Geonosis battle droid actually surprised me as well. Looks pretty cool with this binocular pose. And then I also like displaying both this light side and dark side Anakin next to each other. I thought that, you know, they looked cool like that. Then we got Commander Cody executing Order 66, and then also Darth Maul from Solo with this side eye when he ignites his lightsaber while talking with Kira. So the next case we have here is one that is near and dear to my heart. This Clone Wars case with the 2 BARC speeders, couple 501st clones, Captain Rex, and then Anakin up on the stap. I'm not sure if I want to keep Anakin up on the stap. I'm not sure if I like the way that he looks, but nevertheless, just absolutely love this case. Had to get both BARC speeders because I'm a huge Clone Wars fan. It just looks awesome. I cannot wait to get the AT-RT as well. My most anticipated going in this case is going to be that Clone Wars Obi-Wan when we finally get him. I cannot wait. So I got a little bit of room left in here to get some more figures, but overall, I love how this turned out. I put some of the accessories from the other 501st Deluxe down into the case as well, kind of surrounding the bikes. I took this base from the KX Enforcer droid and put it under the feet of this heavy machine gunner trooper. Really like how that looks. Overall, I'm just thrilled with how this case turned out here. So next up here, we have the Rogue One case. And guys, this case is amazing. If you know me, you know I'm a sucker for troopers, and I just absolutely love the trooper designs within Rogue One. This case does not disappoint. There are a lot of troopers going on in this case. One that I am missing is the Shore Trooper Squad Leader that I would like to add at some point. I took the Mandalorian standard Shore Trooper and put him in here. But overall, just like I said, a lot of goodness going on in this case. The K2SO, my favorite droid in Star Wars, looking incredible. And then we got Jyn, both in their standard outfit and in disguise. I just really like both of those figures. Chirrut, who's just also probably my favorite character in Rogue One. Krennic, an underrated figure. And then, like I said, all of these troopers that I just think are really nice to have in the collection, and I really like the look of this particular case. It might be my favorite. So next up, we have the start of the original trilogy. I think when it comes to iconic figures, the original trilogy just has so many. And I think this case in particular really starts it off very well. You know, again, some of my just favorite figures within this case. I really, really like how this one turned out here with both, you know, an iconic moment with Luke and Han in Stormtrooper disguise, with, you know, the flooring that I took from some other figures for the bases and put them with those figures as a set here. Again, just a really iconic shelf. I absolutely love the Sand Trooper. One of my favorite, you know, trooper designs is the Sand Trooper next to that Tusken Raider. Really the only figures I feel like that are worthy of the Sand base in particular in my mind. And again, front and center, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just one of the top figures in my collection. So, like I said, just an iconic case here overall. So continuing with the original trilogy, we have Empire Strikes Back. I apologize for the varying contrast here. It was hard to get the lighting right when I was filming this portion, you know, to highlight these snow troopers here. But again, just more iconic characters that are in the original trilogy. I'm really happy with how this display turned out here. Really simple. There's some room for some more figures I'm potentially hoping to add in the future. I really like the bases that come with these ones here, especially, you know, Luke and Vader. I don't have them lit up here, but nevertheless, I think they look great. The Snowtrooper 2-pack, one of my favorite sets that I have as well. Just very cool figures, very unique, very difficult to get as well. Snowspeeder Luke being an underrated figure. So again, another iconic case in the display. So rounding out the original trilogy, we have the Return of the Jedi display case here. Not a lot going on in this case. I'm waiting for the 40th Return of the Jedi figures that I will be obviously getting and adding into this one. So there's room to grow within this case. But nevertheless, with what is in here, I'm happy with it. Palpatine with the throne is obviously one of the, you know, iconic pieces in this one with the Royal Guard. I'm hoping to add another guard at some point in the future. So the Leia and Wicket 2-pack actually surprised me. I'm happy with those ones in hand. Endor Luke, I would hope we get another Return of the Jedi Luke. I'd rather have him be Return of the Jedi Luke outfit, but I wanted this set to somewhat be complete. So hopefully along with the future 40th Return of the Jedi figures, maybe we get him. Maybe not, we'll see. But this case has some room to grow for those 40th figures that are going to be coming here soon. So moving on here, we have the Mandalorian line. I tried to keep this one season 1 for this first case. Some cool troopers from this line, as well as, you know, some cool character designs. I really, really love Durasteel Mando. Again, an underrated figure, one that I just couldn't give up. I know a lot of people have gotten rid of him to get the Chrome Mando, or some people only want one Mando in the collection, but he's such an important character to me that I wanted to have 2 of him in the collection. So I'm going to be keeping this one, him with Grogu. Just an iconic set there that I really like. Yeah, again, cool figure designs in this one. And just wanted to highlight more so moments from Mando Season 1. There are some figures that I still need to get from Mando. That remains to be seen because there are a lot of them. So the next display case here, we have a mixture of more Mandalorian and then also Book of Boba Fett. You know, this one includes 2 of the, you know, I would say the best figures in my collection with, you know, Chrome Mando and then Mando Luke. Mando Luke was one that pleasantly surprised me. You know, one that obviously I thought looked great anyways, but getting it in hand took it to a whole nother level for me. Also is this Boba on throne along with Fennec Shand, another piece for me that I just, you know, wish more people would consider picking up, especially because you can get him at a lower price point. So very happy with this display case here. Also Ahsoka, I really like that figure. I am excited to see what we get from this Ahsoka line. You know that there's going to be more coming, so excited to see what the future holds for her character in that line as well. But also the swoop bike I was pleasantly surprised with. I put the Chrome Mando accessories on it with the old Beskar Mando, and I was happy with how that turned out. So then we have this case here with the Hot Toys life-size Grogu and the Black Series Mandalorian helmet, and then the Camtono I got from Galaxy's Edge. Remains to be seen what exactly I'm going to fill the rest of this case with, but it's likely going to be future figures. And then also I have a case next to this, which is relatively empty. I'm not going to be reviewing that one in this video. But again, that's for future figures. I wanted to future-proof my collection somewhat by getting a couple additional cases. So next we have a case that's going to be unique from all the other ones. It's probably going to become eventually a one-off case from other characters from different IPs that I'm going to start adding into my collection. First, we have this In-Art Joker 2-pack, which I was actually considering selling, but then once I got it in hand and opened it, I couldn't let it go. And now that I've got it displayed, I definitely, I'm not going to be letting it go. And then Captain America being my favorite Avenger, I added him into this case. This Arena Boba Fett, I'm not sure where I'm going to put him yet because I know he doesn't really go with some of my other cases. So I have him in this one for now, but that may change. And I also want to put him into a dynamic pose. But this is kind of the beginning of what's going to be my other IP shelf with characters that, are really important to me from other IPs, but I'm going to be, more careful as far as, choosing which ones I'm going to be picking up from these other lines. But right now I feel like this is off to a really great start with the Joker, one of the best villains, and also this stealth suit Captain America's, with Cap being my favorite Avenger. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the new collection tour. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and then ring that bell to be alerted to future content coming from me. Like I said, I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all so much again for all the support throughout my, short YouTube journey here. I really look forward to continuing to interact with you all, and I've made a lot of good friends along the way. With that being said, thanks again so much, and I will see you all on the next one.